I recently had a client who was earning top of the market rate, and then he interviewed with an organization which was expanding into a new function, and they really liked him. My client asked for 20 to 25% salary increase, which again is top of the market rate in the geography he's in. And he ended up getting a 25% pay increase. Good offer. At one point, we were thinking, what do we negotiate? But we still managed to get him more in the offer. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the specifics of what happened with my client, the entire story. How did he go about with negotiating a good offer to become irresistible? And then also some things you can look at when you are negotiating your salary offer. Hi, my name is Shubh Faujdar. Welcome back to the channel. I am a Singapore-based job search strategist and career coach, and a former corporate recruiter. I'm also a LinkedIn top voice in job search and career. So if you are not following me on LinkedIn, please do follow me there. And if you are not, please do subscribe to this channel. I release 2 videos every week. Tuesdays are short 1 to 2 minutes tip, which you can start implementing immediately. And on Thursdays, we do a bit of a deep dive. So now back to the story of my client. This client of mine had been working with the same organization for 16 years in different geographies. He'd worked across continents in different geographies, handling national, regional, global roles. And he'd done really well for himself, was one of the top performers for the organization. And after 16 years, he decided it's time to move. So let's break down how he was able to get such an amazing pay rise, even though his current salary was top of the market rate. Step 1, your salary negotiation doesn't start when they're negotiating salary. It starts way before. It starts when they're looking at your resume, your LinkedIn, whether you're a referral or not, what kind of conversations you've had. So if you are looking at making the top dollars, you need to impress them from the get-go. You need to come out strongly as the star candidate, because they will make exceptions for their star candidate. Now, this client of mine was actually a referral to somebody who knew the hiring manager. There was no position, by the way, when they met first time, end of last year, but they started having conversation. And when the company was expanding a quarter later, they reached out to my client. And let me tell you a quick secret. My client did not have the core skill for this function. He was a business person who's moved around in various functions, but did not know specifics of this specific pillar. Yet he was being interviewed for that role. And because he was a referral, they liked him so much, they had started his interview process way before than anyone else. So that's step 1. Step 2, you do not need to disclose your current salary at all or break it down into components. Yet you have to see whether it puts you at an advantage or not. So my client did not put his current salary out immediately. When they asked him for a number, he gave his expectations. However, when we started negotiating, he pulled out certain components of his current salary which he will be missing out on, like the variable bonus, which he would miss out on for working. He's going to leave the organization after 7 months of the year, so 7 months worth of variable bonus, the stock options, which he would be leaving out on. So he picked and chose the components he wanted to show to this client. When it came to the number, he gave his expected salary range. And you know what? They met him at the highest range. Still, he could get something out of it. Step 3, information is power. I see so many job seekers, the moment they receive an offer, they start negotiating. Look, unless you know the entire picture, you don't know what are the different areas you can negotiate on. So when you get an offer, I really want you to know about what are the other benefits? What's the variable bonus? How much was paid last year to somebody at your level? And when is the bonus payout cycle? Would you be eligible for the next round of bonus? Number 3, when's the salary review? What's the average salary review for somebody at your level? Would you be eligible for that? What are other flexible benefits when it comes to insurance, flexi benefits, stock options? You need to have a full rundown of what do they offer. Annual leaves. You may be in an organization which offers amazing annual leave and going to one which basically has it in half. Can you negotiate on those different things? So for my client, we got the lowdown of everything. And honestly, he was being given some stock options as well. Now, they were not as high as his current salary, but they were there almost 80%. So ultimately, we started thinking, this is an amazing offer. But I'm one of those career coaches who feels you should always negotiate. The worst which can happen is they say no. But here's the disclaimer. When you are negotiating salary and you like the offer, you need to make sure they don't think you are just playing around with them. So every time he would have conversation with the recruiter, with the hiring, over email, over calls, he would tell them how excited he is to join this organization. He's looking forward to it. And he would just be curious if they could compensate for this, or he wanted to know whether the company would do anything to make up for blah, blah, blah. So please make sure that you are constantly reassuring, because if they feel you may not be taking the offer and you're just playing with them, they're not going to give you the best offer. And the final step, without actually negotiating, this client of mine just happened to mention to the recruiter that, look, by the time I resign from this organization and leave, it would be almost 2/3 of the years which I would have spent with this company. I'm going to miss out on the bonus with this company. And with your organization, I will only be evaluated for 3 months worth of work. I'm going to miss out on a hefty bonus. This is what the bonus was for us last year. Is there anything you could do to reduce this loss from my side? He did not say you have to do it. He did not give them a number. He just said that. You know what? Within 12 hours, the recruiter came back and said, look, we like your profile so much. We are happy to give you a sign-on bonus, which was 10% of the annual salary he already got. And of course, sign-on bonuses have a clawback clause. So this person was told that within 18 months, if he leaves the organization, he needs to give them the sign-on bonus back prorated. But my client just reassured them, look, this is going to be my second job. I have a 16 plus years of experience. I'm not somebody who job hops. And that's why I want to make sure that I don't feel I'm missing out on something when I take this offer. Those were magic words, because it told this company that I'm here for the long run. I'm not negotiating for pennies, but I know I'm not going to leave your organization for a while, and I just wanted to be compensated fairly. So with that, on top of an already amazing offer, my client got this sign-on bonus, which was 10% of his annual salary. So I hope these tips helped you to see how you can go about negotiating salary without making it a us versus them war. So let me very quickly run down for you what are different things you can negotiate on. Number one is, of course, your salary. But you need to understand that companies have a certain internal equity and band for a particular role. So increasing your basic salary may not be possible. But here are other things which are. Sign-on bonus is very much possible, especially if you are going to have spent a significant part of the year with your old organization. Number two, some companies give guaranteed bonus. They can't increase your basic salary, but they can give you a guaranteed allowance or bonus to take the pinch away and give you the right increase without affecting their band. You can look at flexible benefits, stock options, leaves, insurance coverage, whether it's covering your family or only yourself. All these things are up for negotiation. Salary negotiation is the time when they love you so much. They've done the whole process. They've identified their star candidate. So don't miss this opportunity. over a course of a 40-year career, people who negotiate salary end up making, and I read this figure somewhere, $300 to $3 million more than people who don't negotiate for the salary. And that is a significant amount of money. So all the best for your next negotiation. And before you go, please do subscribe to this channel. Till next week, all the best for your job search.